This is Modern Persian Food,
a culinary podcast for today's food enthusiast.
We talk about classic Persian flavors,
modern recipes,
and embracing culture and identity through food.
I'm Bita.
And I'm also Bita.
Welcome to our show. Hi, friends. Welcome to episode 146. Today, we're going to talk about Persian fast food, and we're joined by Zood, which is Farsi in the Persian language. Zood means fast. How clever is that? Zood is Orange County's answer to modern California-style Persian fast food, curated by husband and wife team Mandana and Patrick Lanteigne, who have joined us today. Zood is quickly taking Newport Beach's Fashion Island food court to a new level. We're loving how creative innovators like Mandana and Patrick are making Persian flavors accessible to many. And that's what we're all about. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Nice to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Hey, Bita June.
Hi there. Hi, Mandana and Patrick. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to meet with us. We know you guys have a busy day. Great to see you and learn a little bit more about your business. This is a part of our summer series where we're focusing and featuring food trucks and Persian fast food where people can get Persian food in kind of unexpected places. So Bita Jun had the luxury of meeting you guys in person, and we'd love to feature you guys on the show today.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having us. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's a pleasure and a privilege, truly.
So we're all kind of logged in remotely here, but as Bita Jun just said, I did pop in and get to meet you both and experience your friendliness, your hospitality, your cute little place there in Fashion Island in Newport Beach, and to sample some of the food. So I feel really lucky to be able to speak from experience. I tried the pickled beet and barberry salad with pomegranate vinaigrette and some super yummy crispy falafel. I actually had plenty and I was able to take it home and reheat it and share it with family. And so that was awesome. Next time I'm in Orange County, I can't wait to head back down and try some of the other things like the barberry bread and some of the other cool sauces as well. So what got you guys into this in the first place? I mean, Persian food made fast and easy. Give us a little bit of your background.
So first of all, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
It was an absolute pleasure feeding you. We can't wait to have you back in, and hopefully Bita too.
Yeah, I would love to.
Me and Patrick are both chefs. Pat has a lot more experience than me, but we both have, I think, combined 38 years between us. So when we met, we were living in Dubai, and Patrick, having had 20 plus years experience cooking, had never tried Persian food until he met me. And he was eating it at our homes, my house, my sister's house, my mom's house, until we went to a restaurant. And he looked at me and said, "This makes sense why I've never had Persian food before. It's not very accessible in the restaurant environment unless you go with an Iranian. Yeah. It's not meant like Persian restaurants. I think now more so you're finding that we're expanding. But in the beginning, we were really...
You're catering to Persians.
We were catering to Iranians. Yeah. We wanted Persians there. We wanted to provide a service for the Iranian community, So then when we were talking about moving back to North America and wanted to do something obviously of our own, Iranian food was the obvious choice. Yeah. Where we sat in that Iranian food spectrum was something that we discussed. And we wanted to create something that represented us. Yeah. I grew up in the US. So I grew up in California. So California cuisine is a huge part of my repertoire. Mm-hmm. It's the way that we eat. And then Persian food, I think, is the best food in the world. So we combined these two, and we wanted to cater to everyone. We really wanted to create a menu that felt familiar, even if you're unfamiliar with Iranian food, kind of a starting point or an access point.
Yeah, you want to be your entryway to Persian food and Persian hospitality, truly.
That's a huge part of it. We're in a food court, we're fast food, but anyone you talk to, Persian hospitality is the thing they talk about. Yeah. You have people like Anthony Bourdain that traveled the entire world and got to Iran and was blown away by the kindness and welcome. And I felt the same way when I went back to Iran after 30 years of, I would say for the first time since I was born. just the welcome that you got from strangers. And we wanted to create that environment.
I love that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. What you're saying like hits the nail right on the head. Having like an entry point, as you said, Patrick, to Persian food. I think that when you take something that's familiar to people and then build off of that, I think that that's really the best way to introduce like a foreign cuisine or whatever it is like once they have something that's a little bit familiar, it's a little easier for them to be able to branch out and broaden their perspective on it.
Absolutely. And just to speak on that lightly, it's just that there's such a wealth and there's such a beautiful balance in Persian cuisine that you don't find in some other ones, I would say, out there in the market, especially in the spaces that we looking to occupy.
To directly compare it to, let's say, Mediterranean, right? Because that's kind of where we've been bundled into that grouping, right? As Iranian, like fast food.
Sure.
Yeah. And it's so like, instead of just being all lemon juice or all garlic or all one thing, when you have Persian food, there's a lot more balance to it. There's a lot more, it's a lot easier to have today, tomorrow, and the next day. And that's something that one of our big goals was like, not only can we have it for lunch, not only can you have it like today, but I have people coming from offices come every single day for lunch. They don't get burnt out on it. And that's Persian food in general. It's just so Moorish. It's delicious. And why isn't it Iranian food in this space? It should be, because it's made for it. It's tailored to it. There's so much green flavors, fresh flavors. Everything's done fresh, and I don't know. I just love it. And that's what we're excited about.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. I love it. Yeah, the unique twists and flavors and the fusion. Just in the little thing that I tried, there was just so much going on. We had barberries, we had beets, and I think you gave me 2 different sauces. Why don't you tell us some more about some of your other favorite combinations and offerings and what you're doing over there?
Yeah.
So what we do sandwiches. We do salads, and we do rice plates, and they come with our signature chicken, beef, and falafel. So the way that we set ourselves a bit apart from our, I guess, contemporaries would be our marinations and such is very much like Persian kebab, like for our beef and our chicken. It's the same flavors. We want to make sure it has that same maze, like maze.
Oh, good job.
The thing for our quick service and the way that we want you in and out the door so you can go back to your meetings and go back to where you want to be. So we just cook it differently. We cook it in the Turkish style, like on those big shawarma machines.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, cool. So you actually are slicing it off like shawarma?
Totally.
Yeah.
And one of the things I'll tell you, though, when you do fast food kebab, a lot of the times it's very dry. We've did a lot of research around, too, and it's dry or it's very inconsistent. You can't go in today and tomorrow and have the same product.
Coming from a technical point, perspective, I understand why. Kebab takes between 10 and 15 minutes to cook.
Yeah.
When you get an order, the first order will come out if you're cooking to order in 10 to 15 minutes. How long does the second, third, or 10th one come out in? It's a process in which I think a lot of fast food places that have kebab pre-cook their kebabs and recook. Yeah. And then you don't get a perfect product.
No, it's
really
dry.
At the end.
It's yesterday's biryani or yesterday's kebab.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is to be able to do what we want to do with this brand, which is expanded. I want to be in every single state in the U.S. I want to take Persian food on the road. I want us to do for Iranian food. I know maybe it's not an exact, but like what Panda did for Chinese food, what a lot of these brands did for their cultures, catered it to Americans and expanded it to areas where they don't get to have this kind of food.
Yeah.
If we're going to do that, it needs to be scalable. It needs to be easy to replicate and easy to franchise out.
And to have that consistent
to get
quality
professionals
product.
To come in and do kebab is going to be a logistical nightmare. You know, like
you need to.
How do you
hire half
that?
of Iran? So we were able to get this process together in a way that I could do this for you in say if we were at the county fair, I'd be able to give you zood, same as you'd get at my restaurant, and I'd be able to absolutely execute the same food, and you would say, wow, this is wild, really good Persian food. And that's kind of the whole idea. It's like, be able to scale it and move it all throughout the states.
And we tried to stay traditional in some things and, creative in others.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're chefs. We do this because we love it and we want to be creative and we want to, I think that the beauty of American cuisine is that we take ingredients from all over the world and we showcase them in different ways, right? California cuisine is making it fresh, you know.
And that rings through our sandwiches, where we got a local baker making our breads for us, and we fill them up with that Kiar shur, sorry,
Yum. Okay.
and like lots of sabzi and like tomatoes and those parsley and onions and soma,
Yeah.
great flavors, and the big awesome Barbary sandwich.
Oh my gosh, yes, I need to have
Sounds
one
so
of those.
good.
Yeah, and our big generous rice plates that people keep coming back for, because we want to make sure also that when you come and eat with us, part of the hospitality and part of our like contract with you is that you're going to get like value for money. So you're going to get Persian mom. You're going to get Persian mom.
Yay.
Yeah, you get what you're coming for. Like, you're going to get fed, and it's going to be lots of delicious food.
Yeah. It's fresh, it's balanced, it's generous.
Yeah.
Comforting too.
That's Persian food.
Yeah.
It has to be those things. It has to be generous. It has to be comforting.
Yeah.
We have a perfect example on what we wanted to, like a guiding light on what we wanted to build our ideas off of, and that's Bulur Namju. That's your mother. And we wanted to make sure to really fulfill that style of hospitality whenever we walk in your house, is to, like, the first thing she'll ask you is, did you eat? And like,
yes.
Let me make sure you do.
There's nothing that makes a Persian and Iranian mom happier than feeding. Yes. And they keep it and watching you eat it and then giving you more. Yeah.
And then giving you more. Yeah, exactly.
We literally work and own a restaurant. And we go to her house and she's like, have you eaten today?
Well, I mean, running a business and running a restaurant, I'm sure she catches you not eating a lot often.
That's true. There's nothing like mom food, right? I mean,
yeah, Mom Munchin's food is just something in its own category. Yeah. Hey, friends, just wanted to ask you a quick favor.
If you would like to join on to our mailing list, there's 3 ways that you can do that. You can either go to our website, modernpersianfood.com. You can scroll down in the show notes in whatever app you're using to listen to this podcast, and there is a button that you can click to sign up for the newsletter. Or on Instagram, we have it in our bio, direct links that you can sign up.
Sign up and don't skip a beat.
The vertical grill, what do you call that? Like the spit?
Broilers, yeah.
Yeah, the spit.
Yeah, I think that's so innovative. I love that. I actually haven't really seen Persian food ever presented that way or cooked that way. So I think that's super innovative, because you're still able to kind of get a little bit like the kiss of the fire, but then you're still retaining all of the moisture in the meat that you're cooking. So I think that that's like really innovative, and that, like, props to you guys for doing that. That's such a great idea for this type of concept.
Exactly it.
Mm-hmm. And then I think the chef elements, the high-end flavors come out in your sauces. You guys give me a few different ones, and they're not your typical like ranch sauce. Tell us a little bit about your sauces and dips.
So
I call Money the sauce boss, because she's absolutely
the sauce boss. I love it.
She's absolutely the brain. Well, for the flavors in this restaurant. Pardon me. You go ahead. Speak to that.
It's fine.
What you do is excellent.
This is why I married him.
Oh, so cute. Yeah. Yes. Obviously a big fan.
Sauce boss. Give it to us, Money.
From like the time I can remember, like from culinary school, I really, really loved the delicate balance of sauces, right? I mean, there's like, you have one thing and it needs to hit all, acid and salt and all these flavors. Like, it needs to be balanced for you to want to go back and have more. I think it's like a true test, because you don't have texture to work with. Mm-hmm. So it's a really true test of like getting it exactly right. I like making sauces, obviously.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do some interesting stuff, I love the pomegranate vinaigrette. I think it's Iranian, like, balsamic vinaigrette. You've got pomegranate molasses, but then the traditional, like, French technique of making a vinaigrette. So the cucumber herb yogurt is an ode to mustafiyar. We use Persian cucumbers, dry mint from, Persian dry mint, because it tastes different. A little bit of like Musir, just because who doesn't love
this is so good.
Yeah.
We wanted to keep the flavors quite, I don't want to say basic, but we don't rely on spices. We don't rely on garlic. It's a canvas to put other flavors onto, right? So
yeah, like you have that. You have your big hit, the sleeper hit, that's our red pepper feta.
Yeah.
which is absolutely, that's one that's you completely. And it's absolutely it's the one that people keep coming back for and asking. It's getting a following, which I love, because it's the one that people start going, ooh, there's feta in it. I don't know if I quite I don't know if
Persian
I like
ranch.
that. It is like Persian ranch.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I got to try that one.
It's so good.
You gotta come back, Vita.
Yes.
Oh my
Red
gosh.
pepper feta.
Ours is just bell peppers, like red bell peppers that we grill and
Flavorful.
blend.
We go grill so much.
Yeah. And we
Cases and cases of pepper.
it's got like dill in it and lemon juice and feta, like all of these flavors that I think are dill is so Persian. Like it's such a we love dill.
Oh yeah.
And paneer sifi, like fetas. So it was like all these ideas kind of combining to make Persian ranch.
Oh my gosh. Sounds so fun.
I'm getting really hungry.
Yeah, I'm totally getting hungry too.
It's a real foodie that wants a good sauce, I feel like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of my daughters is studying nutrition, and they added something that she's like, Mom, I want to make a dressing. Do you have a good dressing recipe? Like, it's like the sauce. It doesn't matter. It's like it's in the sauce.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. You can tell that you guys are really passionate about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Essentially blending different cultures and coming up with your own recipes and making it so accessible for people. So that's awesome. So props to you guys for what you're doing. So you guys are in Fashion Island. So where can people find you outside of that? You guys have a website and your social media if you want to share that with everyone so people can learn more about you guys.
So we're at Eat Zood, EAT Zood, ZOOD, and that's our website. That is our Instagram. That is our everything. EatZood.com. Yeah, and Zood Bash Catering we're just launching now. So we're doing parties, we do mehmuni, we do office catering, corporate events. Yeah. If you want it, we have it, and we deliver. We come, we set up, we do. Yeah, we're very excited about that too. Catering's fun.
Well, Pat's got a big background in like banqueting and catering. He was the banqueting chef for the Conrad flagship hotel Conrad in Dubai.
Oh wow! Okay, great,
amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, good luck to you guys. You guys have a great concept going. So much luck to you guys. And, we wanted to just really showcase companies and restaurants like yourselves in this summer series. So thank you again for taking the time. I know that you guys are getting ready for service here pretty soon. So thanks again for your time today.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us on. We love what you guys are doing. It takes a village to get the word out about Persian food. And you guys are giving us all a platform,
Merci,
which is amazing.
Oh, merci. خواهش میکنم. مرسی از شما.
Hope to see you guys again soon.
Thank you.
خداحافظ. Bye-bye. You've been listening to the Modern Persian Food Podcast with Bita and Bita. Thanks for spending time with us. If you've enjoyed what you heard today, consider telling a friend or giving us a good rating. You can subscribe to our show for free on your favorite podcasting app or find us online at modernpersianfood.com or on Instagram for the recipes and information we talked about today. We'd love to hear your thoughts and see you next time.